were both Jim. So Jim Clark and Jim Barksdale. So the Jim Clark side of my personality is like the will to power, like I'm just going to bludgeon the world into doing what I want. And then the idea of just like, try to be a fountain of creativity. Like just like there are many new ideas out there, and like you need to go find them. And then I would say also, I'm going to put this like a sense of perpetual dissatisfaction. Like, okay, like whatever. Look, this is the other part of the story. Like a lot of founders would have had a success like selling graphics, and that would have been it. And they would have spent the next whether they were totally happy with how it turned out or not. Like they would have spent 30 years just coasting on that, right, and having a great time and taking credit for it and the whole thing. But Jim, was always, at least in that part of his life, dissatisfied in the productive, positive sense of like, okay, no, there's something better, there's something bigger, there's something new that we should do. So, there's that side of it. And then Jim Barksdale was the other, who I just literally was with yesterday in Jackson, Mississippi. Jim Barksdale's the other side, which was Jim Barksdale's like the manager of managers. So Clark is like the ultimate example of that bourgeois capitalist thing I mentioned. So the Henry Ford, Elon Musk type, and then Jim Barksdale's like the ultimate example of like the super manager. And Jim had run big parts of IBM and AT&T and Federal Express, and came in to run Netscape. And what was interesting was like that's kind of where I got a lot of this from, and a lot of my skills from is I got trained by both of those guys, and then kind of both of those guys at the same time, and then was able to like very clearly observe what is just the difference between those mentalities. But then the other is, of course, how those concepts converge.